saying that
guy the same way adults do.
an all good God that would prioritize his wants over the suffering of millions of creatures that he created is an evil God.
Good point. Now, I am curious what fumbling the caller will do to solve this problem.
Hello, are you here to debate?
I would like to, sure.
All right. What's your name, age, and pronouns, please?
My name is Jared. My age is 33. I will tell you my pronouns, but I want to let you know that I think this is a silly ceremony because pronouns are what you talk about people behind their back, and you letting me choose my pronouns is very diplomatic of you, but I think it's really silly because ultimately you're going to talk about me the way you choose to when third person.
Yeah. Well, we know how this call is going to go already.
Yeah, so can we just center in on that for a second? Is the Christian God the only evil God worth discussing, or is it the only evil God that you are even interested in discussing? Can you just clarify that?
Any God that claims to be all good but also claims to be all powerful would be an evil God.
Okay. May I ask why claiming to be powerful makes you evil?
Because an all good God that is all powerful could do away with suffering. But because God does not do away with suffering, he cannot be all good.
I think this is one of the best questions to ask all Christians. And to my Christians out there, if you avoid this question, you really need to ask yourself why.
Okay. All right. I think that is worth honing in on. The fact that God could put you in heaven right now, but didn't, makes him evil.
I'm not talking about putting you in heaven. We could still exist on this planet, but he allows for unnecessary suffering. So you cannot be all good and allow for unnecessary suffering.
I completely understand why you're using the words you're using.
When you ask a question and someone gives you this, what I like to call sleight-of-hand agreeance. Be wary because that hand is about to backhand the shit out you.
But is God evil because he gave us free will? Or are we evil for taking advantage of it?
What?
Is God evil?
Suffering and free will aren't tied together.
I mean, I do agree that things that God has done, such as you don't choose how long you live, you don't really choose how difficult your life is. I mean, we can sit there and debate that. I really don't want to. A lot of people don't get to choose how.
I watch many of these call-in shows, and a Christian will sit there and list off everything that's bad about their argument. How can, after stating all of these problems, he still come to the same conclusion he had before? It's almost like he is just following a script and could care less about the truth.
Difficult their life is. Obviously, we contribute to it at some degree, but you know what I mean. Anyways, but I don't think those things in themselves are evil. They are the natural consequences of the non-heavenly world we've been given. We live in a world
but God is all powerful, correct?
God is as powerful as he decides to be.
Boom. Right there would be my whole point. Right there is where every Christian should start asking God questions. Just like I would ask my father questions. If I found out he was hurting me more than was needed, keep in mind, we are still comparing apples to oranges here because God is all powerful and my father is not.
The Bible also says that
we're not talking about the Bible, right?
We're talking
about just, we weren't talking about the Bible. We're talking about any religious God, any deity that would claim to be all powerful.
Can we talk about God and not talk about the Bible? I just want to clarify if that's even possible.
Yeah, there are other gods.
Okay, sorry. Can we talk about the Christian God without talking about the Bible?
We're not talking about the Christian God. You had me clarify, and in a clarifying statement, I said any God that claims to be all powerful and all good would be an evil deity. It would be evil.
Okay, that's true. You did say that.
If you want to just talk about just talk about the Christian God, then I have way different arguments.
Fair. I didn't say that. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't say that. I honestly, I'm really not sure how many gods claim to be powerful and good. So that's why my brain kind of immediately started honing in on Christianity. That's not your fault or your problem. That's what happened. So do you know of any other gods? Not a big deal, not really that important. But do you know of any other gods that claim to be good and powerful, all good and all powerful at the same time?
Not off the top of my head.
I can't either. It doesn't matter. I disagree on the stance of you gave everyone free will, and God himself isn't raping, stabbing, murdering people, right? And sure, Christians do these things, but they're not God.
That's not the only level of suffering, though. Right?
That's
like,
true.
why did God create a universe? If God is all powerful, why did he create a universe in which babies can get cancer? This seems like an unnecessary level of suffering that exists in this universe, that if he's all powerful, he can just do away with this. He could have just designed humans in a way to which cancer doesn't affect babies.
Now, I'm not saying this is the host's point. What I would say is, this is another perfect example when you look at what was just brought up. It truly makes no sense that if we have all power and all love, there should be a system that does both. Even if we cannot think of it ourselves, this system can't be it because we have complaints. If the system is perfect, there are no complaints. I don't know, maybe a world where you could only try to do things, but it was actually impossible to cause harm. The free will would still be in place. You don't need harm to have free will.
I want to share an idea. I want to give you the closest thing I can give to an answer for that. I'm not going to sit here and say I have the answer. I'm going to claim that I can give you the closest thing possible. God does not want his existence to be proven.
Once again, you can't say that and also say God is all loving.
That's a hot take. If you want to dive into it, we can. Now that I've said that I believe that at least the Christian God does not want to be proven, okay? Because anyone can follow science, and God isn't here for people who want proof. The Bible literally claims to follow by faith, meaning blindly, meaning, yes, I want you to believe in me, even when you can't possibly know it's true. That's the whole point. That's his point.
I would just say that this God is selfish. He's selfish. And a God that puts his needs over that of the creatures
isn't evil, though.
No, but it's not. He's not all good. He put his need. First of all, selfish can be evil if you're all powerful. If you're all powerful and you choose to benefit yourself over the billions of creatures that you created, I would say that is evil.
Mm-hmm. The reason that I even brought up he doesn't want to be scientifically known, the reason I brought that up is that creates a world where a child can contract a life-ending disease. See, I understand that it is when you don't believe in God and you only have this existence in front of you, and then this God that you're not sure you want to believe in allows babies to get life-ending diseases. Yes, from that perspective, absolutely. If you think this is the only ride you're going to get at the amusement park, then you're not going to feel like it's fair that your kids or someone else's or even you could have died to cancer. The reason I'm bringing this up is because in my mind, God lets babies get cancer so that there isn't some kind of angelic proof every day that God exists.
Okay,
that's
so
not the point.
Wait, but this is you're making my point for me. You're I don't even need to I don't even need to put in an argument. You're saying God allows babies to suffer from cancer, which is a horrible thing to suffer from when you're an adult, and even worse when you're a baby, because he doesn't want people to know he exists.
I think this is enough for now. The video already went longer than most of you want. If you'd like to see the full conversation, I'll link the host's channel down below. Also, I want to thank everyone for helping us hit 600 subscribers. Keep sharing the content, and let's find more people who want to question their beliefs.